Hello, welcome to D Game. I started this channel. The reason I'm starting this channel is because most men don't know how to be men. It's not a knock. It's not to put somebody down. And because it's confusing. Today in this society where single mothers, you know, they're prevalent. They raise boys. They constantly hear all the time that they have to treat a woman a certain way, have to be a certain way for women are special. Women are princesses. Women are queens. Women, you always treat them nice. You always, well, yes. I'm not saying ever disrespect a woman or be uh, mean or uh, stuff like that. But it's different. Women are when you walk on this planet, when you are trying to attract a woman, you cannot. You have to be a certain way, and the way we're raised is not exactly the way it's supposed to be. Yes, I'm never saying be mean, uh, and treat women bad. It's not that. There's just a certain way a man has to be uh, attractive, to be seen by most women. There's always going to be fringe, edges. If you ever talk to your female friends, whatever, oh no, just be yourself. Oh no, just if you're going to be yourself and be 100% honest, there's no woman ever going to be really into you. Not seriously. I know it sounds messed up, but it's the truth. At the same point, you always hear today everywhere, everybody's saying there's no, women are saying there's no good men left. There is plenty of good men left that would do just about anything that a woman wants. But women don't want them then. And because they don't, there's a select way of being that women, it's such a contrast because women say they want to be treated this way. When you treat them this way, they don't want you. But they say they don't want this, but you can treat them a little bit in a certain way. You can treat them a little bit, and you're attracted. So this is going to be it's a really hard dynamic, to find the happy medium to figure it all out, and it's going to take a lot of uh, instruction. It's going to take a lot of explanation because everything has to be broke down to the bare minimum to really explain where everybody can understand. You have to start at the beginning. There's no way you can just jump in and say, well, if you're good, expert with, because most men are not really good with women. Uh, and most women aren't really great women either, but get into, we'll get into breaking all this down. Now, you start at the basics. Basics, if you want to be a decent dude and you want to be attractive to women, you cannot be living at your mom's house or hanging out with living with three or four of your friends, just partying all the time, drinking, running around being a child because that's viewed as being immature. That's not being a man. Man is viewed as somebody that's got his shit together, somebody that's got his stuff going on, got his life figured out, and it takes a long time because men men just don't like we're not born attracted to women. Okay, we have to create everything that is attractive to women. So when you get, like I say, this is hard to explain, and I'm working with a lot of friends over the years, and actually right now. and we're working on it. It's like I said, we've been into it for a year or so, and they're coming a long ways, and they're really becoming uh, more attractive and actually feel better about themselves and are very confident and motivated to build more, and they see the difference, and it is, I guess you could say, exciting for them, but it's motivating for them because of, of what's going on. So back to what we were talking about is men have to be motivated. So if you're just going to be hanging out, doing your thing, playing video games, which there's nothing wrong with any of that, but just understand from a woman's perspective, that's not extremely attractive. You know, obviously, yes, men they're attracted to men, but that doesn't mean that every guy has the traits or displays the traits or shows the traits that they find attractive. Us, it's just weird to understand to break it down a little bit. To understand us, we walk into a room, we look around, and we can pick out who they are and which ones we're attracted to. I mean, as soon as we walk in, because we look at looks. Period. Yes, there's other things that come later, but looks are enough for us to start with. It's not really a thing that takes a lot more. That our first attraction trigger is is a big percentage is are they do they look good? Are they beautiful? Are they attractive? So women, on the other hand, don't look at looks, or they look at looks, but they don't hold them to the heights that we do. The percentage that they put on looks is a lot less. So obviously, you have to be attractive, right? To to some point, and at that, then everything else, the list, we're going to go through and try to figure it out. Uh, who you are, what you are, all that stuff. But it's not something that there's everybody talks about this. Love at first sight. It's men. We kind of we might fall into that category once in a while, but women they don't fall into that category once in a while. They might only with a small percentage of men. So we have to grow ourselves to be closer or be that percentage of men. So this is and one of the main things is that we are going to talk about is to get motivated to do stuff. One Number one, have some ambition. Be motivated to go to build yourself to be better. If you are working your small 9 to 5 that doesn't really make a lot of money, doesn't really fulfill you in any way, and you're happy with it, I'm glad you're happy. But it's not going to be extremely attractive. Yes, consistency, of something, even if it's small, is part of attraction. But you have to striving to be better, striving to be more, always building yourself is going to be more attractive. Makes sense. If you can, we all want to be millionaires. So take your what you're doing now and be the best at what you're doing, whatever it is. Because you can work at fast food, but be the best at it. The more you put in focusing being the best at what you do and making money, the more you show ambition and strength at work, the more you're going to get recognized. more you're going to get raises, the more you're going to get promoted, the more you're going to get. And once you hit a certain point, you might not want to be in that industry anymore. Okay, so you figure out where you want to be so you can make more, so you can be more, so you can build yourself up more and more and more and more, and more as we go. So even if you're starting out small, there's nothing wrong with starting out small. I think we all have to start somewhere. But whatever it is, get yourself into the mindset of you want to be the best that you can be at what you're doing, even if you don't like it. We have to start somewhere. So become the best, the best employee, the best worker, the guy that always comes through, the guy that always thinking of a better, faster way, or whatever it is. Just be that. Okay, that's number one of a mindset for a man to become more. You have to be. Okay, now you take that's number one. Number two, if you are number one, number two will come a little easier. You'll be more confident. Confidence in yourself is a very powerful one. Uh, we don't see it so much. I guess guys do. I mean, how can I explain it? You get, and for guys, we we see confidence is, you know, in other men. We don't really acknowledge it so much, but we just know it, right? We see it. The guy that's always, no, I can't, or I won't, or this person put me down, or works out after me, or I can't ever succeed because of these people. Like, we see that. That's not confidence. Now, the friends and guys that you see that never complain, they're always motivated, they're always doing something, they're always working. Even their time off, they've got something going. They got a side hustle going on, whatever the deal. You see that's confidence in themselves. They're going somewhere in life. And when we see it, women see it also, but women see way more than we do. Women women have like a superpower when it comes to uh, being able to see social interactions and uh, easily pick people out. They're very very good at knowing things just off the cuff. So as much as you see it, just women see it like 10 times more. So if you see it, just understand that whatever it is you see, they see even more so. So you have to be that and believe that. The more you believe in yourself, the more you will grow, I guess you could say, not only in dating, but in life. Because you take, let's say, take this for instance. You go in, if you're always complaining, you don't want to be there on Monday, oh, it's Monday again, that general kind of stuff. If you don't want it, everybody else is going to see it too. You just get rid of that mindset, change it to where you're in, you're hustling, you're doing this. A couple months down the line, boom, you get a promotion or a raise. Okay, that feels good, right? That instills a little confidence. You believe in yourself a little bit. You're like, yes, at least somebody's just seeing what I'm doing and I'm building something. Hold on to that and actually really think about it and love that feeling because it that will come uh, that will drive you to be even more, right? So okay, in the confidence thing, you have to build from somewhere. Now, most men are not confident with women. They're not very good with them. Nothing wrong with that. You just have to learn to to become more. The more you deal with them, the more interactions you have, the more confidence you'll have with them, and the easier you'll relax when you're around them. If you're nervous, they know it right away, and they know that's a sign of not being confident, right? So the that's a very big point that we're going to really work on. When I was going to touch on it, and we're going to work on and explain how to be in each aspect of life, and that way you can be confident that it's going to make you succeed. Then, in turn, that'll give you confidence. We're going to show you how to be confident in work, in life, in with women. That way, that will make you succeed because you're confident enough to do it. It'll feed off each other. So it'll be a very, it'll be a powerful thing if you can get those two started. And it takes a while. It's not like it just happens. So then, number three, you have to work on yourself. Yes, you're working on yourself through making more money, being successful. Yes, you're working on yourself, being more confident and believing in yourself. Number three, but you have to physically work on yourself. There's go out. If you have the time and the resources, go out and hit the gym. Start working out, whatever it is. If you love being outside and you want to run, you enjoy jogging, something, just go do that. Whatever it is that you love or like, just try to incorporate that into a workout to start with. That will actually give you a little bit of motivation to actually do it. And you're gonna have to build off that. Now, if you don't have the resources, uh, you're always like, "No, I don't have any time." Rarely don't we have time. You can always a workout doesn't need to be 2 hours long. Uh, Half-hour trip to a gym, half-hour trip back. All this. You can work out in your little apartment or in your room if you live with someone. It doesn't really matter. You don't really need to always buy weights and have all this expensive equipment. Just normal push-ups, sit-ups, things like that. Something to get started. The more you do it, the more you'll be into it. The changes you'll see in yourself will actually motivate you to do better, which in turn builds confidence in yourself because you look better and you like it. So that projects across everything. So you got the top three, then you're going to have to figure out what women want. That's that's the that's a very because that's the age-old question, right? What women want. Women don't even know what they want. It's true. Women have no clue what they want. They know it when they see it. They don't know what they see. If that makes any sense. So they can't. If you ask a woman, do this and what do women want? And I need what do I need to do? And they'll maybe give you small little tidbits of what you need to do and uh, what you need to be, but they don't even know what they're truly attracted to because they are so socially correct about everything they say that 90% of the advice that when men give are is useless. There might be 10% of truth, but it doesn't really help because it makes no sense to us, and they can't explain it. And if they can't explain it, they don't really know how to interpret it to us. So just understand that that's the next point, which You're here. We'll go through it. We'll figure it out. Um, we've got a lot to cover. We're just starting. So we've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours to go through all this stuff. It's going to be a lot. I'm going to tell you everything about dating and the dynamics of it all. Um, I'm going to give you everything. Now, some things you're going to agree with that'll fit your life, some things you might not agree with that don't fit your life. You can incorporate what you need piece by piece to, you know, to apply to your life to what you choose and who you want to be. If if it doesn't, something I say or you're like, I'm not real, that's really not the way I look at things. That's really not. At least give it a shot, understand it, and at at that point you can take what you want and leave what you want. But if you don't want to, just keep an eye out for it because you understand it now, and a couple months down the line you'll see something and you'll be like, the dude was right. That was a thing. So at least be open minded. I'm going to give it to you all, and you guys do whatever you want with it. This is also not just about men. I mean, the channel is primarily about men, but women are going to watch, or couples are going to watch, and it will be a way to let women understand men, okay? Because they don't have to understand men. I mean, all they have to do is look good, and we will go to them, talk to them, date them, whatever the deal is. But they don't really need to know what really attracts us other than looks. I mean, if they look good, we're gonna go over, we're gonna approach them, we're gonna create something and possibly date them. But they don't know other than looks. 90% of the time, they don't know what is attractive to men. They think what is attractive to them as women is also attractive to us, which is not. We don't really care about 90% of what they got going on or what they like. We don't care. I mean, we've all sat through the dates where they're explaining, the attributes of, this is my schooling, this is, what I've got a degree in, this is how much money I make, and this is, you don't really care. I mean, we'll agree, we'll smile like, wow, that's interesting. That's what we could care less. I mean, to be honest, yes, we want to care. Yes, we want to understand its information, but when it really comes down to the attraction part of it, it does nothing. So we are going to cover everything. I got two guest hosts coming. We're working out some situations to get them in here pretty much permanently. Uh, One of them working on another deal where they're going to be given fitness, and his take on fitness. Dude is very fit, works out all the time, so he'll be able to break down, you know, each aspect, what to eat, how to trim down, how to work out, uh, what days, schedules, things like that, and we'll go through all that. That'll be a lot of fun. But just that's the gist of what we're starting. Please stay tuned. We're going to be it's going to turn out to be a good thing for everyone because the information has to get out there. Today's day and age, there's not a lot of men that teach any of this, obviously, because I see it all the time in my daily life where nobody knows. And they're always even if they've got a little bit of game and they're a little bit of something, they don't have they lose something. I should say. They can approach women, but then say some screwed up stuff and don't know how to come out of it. Because it's women do what they call a shit test, and if you fail it, you can't come back from it. And it's really simple. And there's nothing wrong with women doing this because women they need to be very selective of who they're with and what they do. So it's a good thing that they are like this. But don't want to make this too long because it's just the introduction. But uh, stay tuned, subscribe, like, comment, ask questions, whatever it's going to be. It's going to be. We're going to bring a lot of information over a long period of time. So there'll always be videos you'll be able to come back. You'll always be able to refer to, and like you'll hear something and you'll be like, "Hey, I know something, but I don't know." You'll be able to go back, check it out, and refresh yourself, and be able to repeat until you're confident you've got it all. But at the same time, you have to get your own style because everybody has their own little deal. And for right now, just do your thing, follow the instructions. Once you get to a certain point, you'll understand what I'm saying, but you'll find your little style about what to do and how to go about it. So before I go too long, I'm going to get out of here and check out the next video. We'll have blog portions like this where it's going to be instructional. We're going to have the host and we'll have discussions about things. And we'll actually get into having guests down here, and they might be some really interesting conversations and the way things go. So stay with us. Thank you for being here. I'm out.